I don't know. That was pretty scary.
Yeah, welcome to another week of Ghost in the Scene, guys. What you guys just didn't witness was a very scary noise that Rob just made. So be on the lookout. If he makes another scary noise, we might have to
Mm-hmm.
baptize him again. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So how have you guys been, Mark, and of course Rob Thomas, the afflicted one? How are you doing?
It's always a jolly good show to do spooks in the cine. That's my silly British accent. That's pretty funny, right?
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good accent. I wouldn't even say funny. I was gonna say authentic. That's pretty close.
Good day,
I've
chaps.
been to Britain before. It sounds just like them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Thank you. I'm in the spirit of the British who started. I mean, Gio, do you want
Wait,
to?
what was that? Sorry, Mark, I can't understand you with that accent. Can you just like talk normal for me, please?
I'm
Yes,
talking.
please.
Actually, I wasn't doing the British accent anymore. So when I'm talking, Rob, you need to listen.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's the hat. I
I
think it's the
think
hat.
yeah.
It's the hat.
The
Oh
I'm
God,
accent
getting like
is purely in the hat.
60%.
60%. I'll try to
Yeah.
talk less through my hat and more through my mouth. That
Yes,
should
thank you.
probably help.
That should help
Um,
out a lot.
but yeah, it's been good. Things are a little spookier right now. I don't know if anyone's noticed. October is a very scary month,
It is a very scary month, but
but
I would like to say that it is getting very spooky for us, frankly, because of all of the attention. Okay,
yeah, there's a lot of
there's a lot
attention.
of attention, a lot of scrutiny on us recently in the past, and we didn't even realize it before that we were even in. But we're not going to talk about it yet because we still have one more thing to talk about. But let's just say there's something amazing happened to us, but it's also brought a lot of scrutiny, and
Yeah.
so we're getting looked at from a lot of different places, and a lot of different media sources are knocking at our door.
Hmm.
So it's just a very harrowing time for us, and I myself am a little spooked.
Hmm.
Rob, I know you went to a haunted hotel. Do you want to share your story about that?
Yeah, and I apologize if for making any sort of strange noises before. I've been a little off kilter since going to this very highly charged, very haunted location. This is the Columbia Hotel in Ashland, Oregon. I got some tips up there. I have my connections, and they said, Rob, you got to check this place out. Something's not right. So I
Really?
decided, it's my duty to go out there. And I know we have a lot of viewers right now. If you're not feeling great about places, like, we will check them out for you to make sure that if there's ghosts there, because I think it's your right to know where there are haunted places and
That's
where there
right.
are places where it's just all right. So
And
this was a
just real quick,
yeah.
the beauty of us three is that you have three different locations. You have Los Angeles, San Francisco, and then Ireland or England, wherever Mark is from.
Um, I'm actually not from England. I mean, I appreciate it that you hear my accent and it sounds authentic, but that's not where I'm from.
Okay, well, wherever you're from, we're from three different locations, so that's what's very most important is that we
And
can
Max's
we can go to
Mice our
different
stretch.
different places that are haunted. That's what I'm saying. That's all
Hmm.
I'm saying.
And I mean,
And
it's encouraging to know that if I did go on a British vacation
mhm,
and I want to investigate the British scene, that I could be as a local, and people wouldn't be afraid to show me the local ghost secrets because they would just think I was an Irishman or a Welsh.
when you're in Great Britain, your hat does the talking, and bullshit walks, my friend. Okay,
Exactly.
bullshit walks.
But enough about my hat and
Yep.
amazing
Let, let,
accents.
let, let's
Let's
get to the
let's
matter
let
at hand.
Rob talk. Yeah.
Let's get to the video.
Thank you. So, right. So this is the hotel. I'm going to let the video speak for itself. Here I am. Oof.
Wow,
I'm so scared. Look at the way that the light is reacting here, guys.
your
Okay?
pupils are so dilated.
Look.
Wow. Those are unnatural shadows.
And pause, right there. Look at the way that the spirits are jumping out of this image.
Right there.
These
Right
streaks,
there. Right
And then
there.
you have, and it's parallel to each other. That's very
Wow.
important to have that
This beam.
synchronicity.
Look at
Yeah,
the
that's the
synchronicity.
scientific term.
Scientifically, exactly. Right here in the middle, this piece of wood should not shine the way it is. There's
No.
the light is obviously shining downwards. Why is the light here in the middle? There must be a ghost involved. Let's continue.
It has to be.
It can only be explained by the supernatural and the way that their auras give off light.
Wow.
So I think we can go forward. That's pretty indisputable.
Yep.
Wow.
So this is an image that really resonated with
Now that is the rogues gallery of ghosts right there. Wow.
Yeah, so I felt the presence of every single one of those ghosts. I was visited by one of those ghosts the night that I stayed there. This is on the record, no joke. You know, I spent the night, I was investigating, visited by one of these ghosts. This is not a joke, okay? The dream world is a very important portal to understanding the ghost world. It's a lucid state where you can actually find yourself partially within the ghost world. And I was dreaming about those very same hallways that you saw. And I turned
and we have one last clip of you, and this is where you were chased into a corner, and you actually had one last scare, one last spook that really got you before the night was over, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. So I had it. Yeah. Right. So I had the dreams about the ghost, and when I found myself in the actual location, it became way too real. So I had to take shelter. So here I am, in a location I've never seen before. Okay. This is what really makes the hotel a haunted hotel. Like, have you ever seen a booth like this? Like this portal there.
Right there. Hold on.
Only fits the size of one person.
Right there. What is that?
That room's too small.
Whoa.
And why is there a telephone in there?
No. Wait, what? What are you talking about? Right here. Stop. Pause.
Look at those numbers.
What is this?
It's a time machine.
What would they mean?
I don't understand what this is. This and I think what you were saying in the video was that this is some kind of demonic portal to the ghost realm.
Yes.
Wow.
Definitely. I mean, I can't think of any other thing. It's shape. It's square shape that you can enter inside with the conical sort of oval-like portals. Again, having two of them, it just spoke too much of demons and demon work to me.
Wow.
Coupled by my nightmare that I had later that night. I think it probably came through those portals into my head.
Right. Touching you even from your hand. You touched this object right here. And it went from the portal through this little clockwork into the string that went into your hand right there.
Yeah, and I'm still feeling the side effects. As you notice in this video, I'm not wearing my sunglasses. I was feeling all right. But ever since this experience, I've had major relapses in the photosensitivity in my eyes. For my safety, I have to wear these now.
That's what I'm just gonna put something on. Everyone else has the safety gear. I just feel a little paranoid because, like I said, we're under a lot of scrutiny. Okay, guys. Really, the fire has been lit under our asses to get some real true evidence.
But there's been a lot of honor.
A lot of honor.
I mean, I would, if it's okay, Gio, I would like to tell the story of how we found out because it was really a beautiful moment. So
yes, go ahead.
You're based in the LA area, but
that's right. Hollywood, baby.
Hollywood, but I received in the mail 2 tickets addressed to me and Rob to the Jimmy Eat World concert.
That's right.
At the equivalent of Madison Square Garden in the West is what they call it, the Phoenix Theater in Petaluma.
Yes.
So we're at the show. It's phenomenal. I'm
Great venue.
I'm a big Jimmy fan. And then right before Jimmy's on his last whoa, he says, "All right."
He's about to eat the world at this moment.
He says, "I would like to bring Rob Thomas and Mark Loeffler up on stage."
It's a tough name to say, especially with the accent.
I think he was choking back tears too.
Yeah, and he said, "I want to congratulate you. You guys just have won the Nobel Prize. Congratulations."
Yeah, and that's when you found out.
That's when I found out. But I was crying. Rob was crying. It was just a beautiful moment. And then after the show, oh my God, the fame. So many people we were slapping high fives, a lot of hugs.
Yeah.
A few people were pinching my butt cheeks, and I didn't like that.
No.
That was the attention I didn't like, but
it's in the moment, you know. You can't really blame them. And I was feeling I may have been one of those people who actually pinched your butt cheek, Mark, because I was just so excited.
That's understandable. Right. I mean, it was an exciting night, and to hear that from Jimmy of all people, like
yes, that's amazing.
Such an honor.
Yeah.
So that's how you two heard it. I heard it from you two. You called me on stage, okay, weeping. I heard your voice tremble, okay, and I thought something terrible had happened. I really did. I was afraid that we were denied entry from the Jimmy World concert. That it was a cruel joke, like the prince who steals your money, the African prince. But in reality, you told me what happened, that we won the Nobel Prize, and I was on the elliptical. I was in the gym. It was a minute 45. I was still in the cycle for another 15, but I just had to stop. I had to stop right then and there, and I did a couple whoop whoops, and some people joined in because they thought I had hit some kind of marker, and I did get some slappers, some high fives, but I was very sweaty at the time. I was about 3/4 of the way done with my routine, so I didn't get too many chest bumps. But as soon as I got home, my phone started ringing off the hook. Okay, GQ magazine, Men's Club, GWM. I think it was Guns, Women, Movies. Right, and that's a big one for me. Okay, I subscribe to that monthly, so everybody's calling me and they're asking for a quote. They're asking for what we want our definitive quote to the world to be, right? And it's so much pressure. It really has been taking a toll on me, because to be just put on on the world stage all of a sudden for our work.
Yeah.
It's a little bit too much for me. I'm used to being in the back and fighting ghosts in the dirt. You know what I'm saying?
No, I mean, if I could give you some advice, I'd say don't write yourself off yet. It's only in your head that you feel left out or looked down on. Just do your best, do everything you can, and just don't worry what the bitter hearts are gonna say.
Yes. And and I feel like if I would have gone to the Jimmy concert with you guys, I would have the same spirit that you guys have, because I really do feel like Jimmy charged you with a positive spirit that night, and he gave you some kind of gift, some kind of spiritual.
I mean,
it just takes some time. Gio, you're in the middle of the ride, but everything's going to be just fine.
Just fine.
Everything.
It'll be all right.
All right. And I think what I really learned from it too is that, it's really important to keep the perspective of our work and why we're doing this. And we're not, I'm very honored to be given the Nobel Prize, but in a way, we all won the Nobel Prize, and that's you watching the show as well.
That's right.
This is your prize as well, because we're doing the hard work. all of us, to expose ghosts and to
we
prove once and
proved
for all.
exactly, and you know what? We did it. Rob had to suffer through something so terrible that it ripped him out of this reality, and he came back. We brought him back. Okay, Mark had to make a deal with the god Apollo, with the sun god. Okay, and he did, and he came back with positive results. So
Cheerio, chaps.
we are
What?
a dedicated. Yeah, what'd you say?
Oh, nothing. I said, don't worry about it. I was.
Oh, okay, well, I was just about to really give us the biggest hand job ever by saying we are the most elite ghost hunters on the internet right now. And you can take that to any bank and cash that in for gold. Okay?
Blimey.
Coins. I don't understand what you're saying. And it's interrupting my flow.
I'm sorry. It's just this hat. I guess I won't wear it again.
Can you unbutton it, please? Because I feel like
I mean, I
maybe
understand
you're in
that
the wrong
we're
setting.
going for an international audience, but I mean, we need to be able to communicate with each other at the same time.
I think
Is
that's
it
it.
better?
No. Just put it up and wear it, just nice and there you go.
Yeah, okay.
That's a little
All
more
aboard.
San Diego for me. I like that.
A little more. Just a little better.
You're coming in a lot more clear now, Mark. Thank you.
No problem.
So we won the Nobel Prize. Okay, we discovered that ghosts are real. We are working with Warner Brothers to prove it in court. Okay, but basically, our scientific evidence, the video proof that we have, along with the evidence, all of the semen collected in Rob's room, all of that stuff is evidence, and that's in the national
It
banks.
took a lot of work.
That's in the Library of Congress. A lot of swabbing.
Yeah, the more amount of specimen that you can get, it really goes a long way. The extra yard.
Exactly, and it's probably yards of it. That's the truth.
That's an understatement.
They found so much of it.
Yes.
So because of all that, because of all the physical evidence that he left behind, they are able to trace back exactly when he left, because there's just a map full of different dates, right? But the day when he left and the day when he returned is very definitive. There's no semen in between those 2 days that was splattered on the walls like spackle.
And if you're really interested in the science behind it, there are some very journalistic papers that you can go through that explains everything for it. But I think for the lay person that would watch our show as well, we won't go in so much to detail, but just to show that this takes a tremendous amount of effort, and we can't do it without you.
An intelligent brain.
That's right. But yeah, without the fans, without you guys out there to really help us out when we feel down, we wouldn't do this. I wouldn't do this. I would quit because it's just too damn hard all the time.
It would just it would just be rubbish.
Yeah, it'd be rubbish. He's right.
That was kind of borderline there, Mark.
I got that. I heard that one.
Blimey.
I'm just thinking of you as a Jason Statham, and I think it's kind of making more sense to me.
Whatever you need to do, man.
So let's just end it just by saying thank you so much to all of the believers out there, everybody that called in, the 1-800 Prize winner line, and just spammed and called, and maybe you called your congressperson about it, and they did something to help us too. We'll never know how many hands lifted us up into the heavens, but we just kiss every last little finger with all of our lips, and we just want to know that every finger is getting kissed by all of our lips.
And if you think that this is like our ending, our culmination of all of our work, it's quite the opposite. This is giving us more motivation than ever to show that there's people behind this movement, and we're really just getting started.
And there are vampires and there are werewolves to be discovered. That's TBD, to be discovered.
To be determined or discovered.
Discovered.
If you're
positive.
in England, you might say it with in that way, but it's to be
Exactly.
discovered.
To be
Here on
discovered
Ghost in the Scene
in
in America.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
All
Maybe
right.
not in Ireland. So until next time, guys, we just want to thank you, and of course, we'll be taking photos with our Nobel Prize. You can check that out on our Instagram, Ghost in the Meme. That's ghost_in_the_meme.
Can I just, because I have it right here, but I was really honored because they personalized it. The cool thing, a lot of you guys haven't seen.
I just get so
amazing.
choked up every single time I see it. I just can't
I
control myself.
I just think of the the hard work and all the hours that we spent.
I mean, the thing is, they asked me, they're like, what do you want your Nobel Prize to be? And I said, I love skateboarding. They made it. They made it for me. And it's just such an honor.
And Jimmy brought it out on stage. I remember the moment.
Yeah.
He was crying and I was crying.
Proudest moment of my life. Thanks,
Wow.
Nobel.